He is a thief, a con artist, a degenerate gambler, a folk singer, a god, a father, and a chef who considers motor oil a spice. Bender Bending Rodriguez is on the surface the most selfish, immoral, and gloriously destructive robot in the 31st century. His entire philosophy seems to be summed up in two iconic phrases: a casual
kill all humans
and a defiant,
bite my shiny metal ass.
but across 11 seasons of chaos, is that the whole story? Or is his entire personality a desperate, hilarious, and often beautiful lie? Today, we're cracking open that metal chassis to find the ghost in the machine. This isn't just a story about a bad robot. It's a surprisingly deep epic about free will, the search for purpose, and the secret heart hiding behind a gallon of beer and a stolen cigar. To understand Bender, you have to start with his creation. He was built for one single purpose: to bend girders for suicide booths. His life was meant to be a monotonous, predetermined track of servitude. But on his very first day in the world, while in line for his own product, he meets Philip J. Fry, a hopelessly optimistic slob from the past who represents the one thing Bender didn't know he wanted. Inspired by Fry's rebellion against a pre-assigned fate, Bender makes his first real choice. He rejects his programming and declares his independence with the words that would become his life's mission statement.
Wait a second. You're a bender, right? We can get out of here if you just bend the bars.
Dream on, skin tube. I'm only programmed to bend for constructive purposes. What do I look like, a D-bender?
Who cares what you're programmed for? If someone programmed you to jump off a bridge, would you do it?
I'll have to check my program. Yep.
Open up!
Come on, Bender. It's up to you to make your own decisions in life. That's what separates people and robots from animals. And animal robots.
You're full of crap, Fry. You make a persuasive argument, Fry.
Come on, Bender. You can do it.
I can't do it.
Yes!
You were right, Fry. From now on, I'm going to bend what I want, when I want, who I want. I'm unstoppable! Yeah, well, I'm gonna go build my own theme park with blackjack and hookers.
This isn't just a joke. It's a spiritual rebirth. It's the moment he chooses a life of vice and chaos over a life of purpose-built servitude. It's the start of his lifelong performance of absolute free will. So what does he do with this freedom? He tries to become everything he wasn't supposed to be. This is the source of his desperate, unending hunger for fame. He doesn't just want to be a folk singer in Bendin' in the Wind or a celebrity chef in the 30% Iron Chef. He needs to be remembered as something, anything, other than Bending Unit 22. This hunger reaches its peak in A Pharaoh to Remember. He's so terrified of being forgotten that he orchestrates a massive conspiracy just to ensure he gets a funeral fit for a king. But it's a shallow victory, leaving him feeling empty. He wants a legacy, but he doesn't yet understand what that means. Through all this noise, a critical glitch emerges in his evil programming, his profound, inconvenient love for Fry, that constantly pulls Bender back from his own performance. He shouts, "Kill all humans," but he's the one who scours a frozen wasteland to save Fry in the tip of the Zoidberg. He pretends to care about no one, but in the late Philip J. Fry, after being lost in time for millennia, he spends his final moments carving a message of hope and friendship for Fry in a cave. This isn't an act. This is the real Bender, the one who surfaces when the cameras are off. But Bender's most profound evolution comes when he accidentally gets the legacy he always wanted. He becomes a god. In Godfellas, an entire civilization springs up on his body, and he is finally in a position of ultimate power. He tries to intervene, to help his tiny followers, but his direct actions only lead to their destruction. It's here, lost in the void, that he learns the single most important lesson of his life from a cosmic entity. For a fame-obsessed egomaniac, this is a universe-altering revelation. True purpose isn't about getting credit, it's about selfless action. He puts this into practice immediately, responding to the prayers of monks on a distant world, saving them in a way they will never be able to thank him for. The pharaoh who demanded praise has finally learned the value of quiet grace. Depth allows him to experience the one thing he seemed completely unprepared for: love. Not just for his friends, but romantic and paternal love. His relationships are always messy, often ending in disaster because, well, he's still Bender, but they show a genuine desire for connection. But it's his son that solidifies his transformation. He loves Ben, genuinely. He teaches him his most cherished skill, bending. But ultimately, Bender does the most selfless thing imaginable. He gives up his son, allowing Ben to get an education and pursue the very life of purpose that Bender himself ran away from. In an act of true fatherly love, he sacrifices his own happiness, ensuring his son can have a better life. The cycle is broken. So who is Bender Bending Rodriguez? He's a walking, talking, beer-chugging paradox. He was built to be a tool, so he chose to be a master criminal to prove he had free will. He shouts about hating humans while being defined by his love for one. He spent a decade chasing fame, only to learn his greatest moments were the ones no one would ever see. Bender isn't evil. He is a machine who desperately, hilariously, and beautifully fought to have a soul. His vices are his declaration of freedom, but his quiet moments of love, loyalty, and sacrifice are the proof that he actually found one. He's not just the show's comic relief, he's its secret, metallic heart. But that's my take. What's the Bender moment that defines him for you? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, be sure to subscribe for more. And have a good one. You meatbags.